Good morning. It is Wisdom Wednesdays. I am Ariana Newcomer, Dove Oracle Priestess and Sound Healer and Voice Coach. My topic today is our music damaging our brains? I have been doing sound healing in various kinds for many years. And there was an article in the New York Times Sunday magazine about Neil Young, who is a famous singer-songwriter who's now 73. And he really hates digital music. And he has reason. He has reason. So the MP3 format of music, which really revolutionized the music industry, and it's what allows us to have thousands of songs on our iPads or our iPhones or Android phones or tablets, even on our computers, because it made the amount of information necessary smaller. So it makes the files smaller so you can fit more on your device. What most of us don't realize is that format is created. They make the files smaller by actually removing sonic information, removing some of the frequencies. Some of the very high frequencies are taken out. Some of the very low frequencies are taken out. And we may not notice because our brains tend to kind of fill in the information that is missing. But it's quite possible that all that missing information is causing us to train our brains to only pay attention to certain frequency ranges. And this can actually be bad. This can actually be not so good for us. And I've been coaching people for years not to only listen to MP3 music for this reason. Now, I was a certified provider of a program called the Listening Program for a number of years. And this is a therapeutic music listening program, which is based on the work of Dr. Alfred Tomatis. And Alfred Tomatis was mentioned in this article in the New York Times Magazine. He was a French ear, nose, and throat physician who started working with singers in the 50s in France. His dad had been an opera singer, so as an ENT, he began seeing opera singers who had started losing their hearing in certain ranges. And this is really bad for an opera singer, as you might imagine. But what was interesting is he had developed this particular method of taking people through a sequence of specifically filtered and engineered music to retrain the brain's ability. So retrain the brain's ability to hear our own voices accurately and to hear and process all of the frequencies that we're capable of hearing as humans fast and accurately. Again, some of you may know, I had a voice injury that ended my classical singing career, and I did do a course of listening therapy. I did actually several. I did one in clinic and one with the listening program, which is a home-based system. And I still get out the listening program periodically to freshen things up for myself. So I have studied this field. It's called psychoacoustics, and Dr. Tomatis is considered the founder of the field of psychoacoustics, which is the study of how music and frequencies affect us physiologically and psychologically. And I would add, and energetically. So I am now doing this work with tuning forks, doing healing, using the tuning forks in the human energy field. And this is extremely powerful. And you may have heard me talk about how I don't want you to raise your vibration because that's a misnomer. It's a misnomer. We are not a single frequency or a single vibration. And frequency is the same thing as vibration. So frequencies are measured in hertz, which is Hz, is the abbreviation. And however, when I hit this tuning fork here, you can probably hear there's not just one frequency. So this tuning fork has a name. It is given a certain frequency as its name, but it produces overtones and undertones. Lots of different sounds, all in harmony with each other, but all being produced by this one supposed one frequency. And we are a family of frequencies. Every kind of cell vibrates in a different way. And our brains really, really respond to sound. The reason music can be used therapeutically, and there's a whole discipline called music therapy, which is a different thing than things like the listening program, which are specially filtered and engineered music designed to be used with headphones for specific purposes. So it's really important for us to recognize these families of frequencies. We are a family of frequencies. And what I have come to understand is that we're not supposed to be raising our vibration. We're supposed to be harmonizing our vibrations. We're harmonizing the frequencies that we contain. We are a multiplicity. We are a family of frequencies. All being the generally considered Schumann resonance frequency of Earth is very low, deep frequency, below human hearing. But we rely on that for our electromagnetic health. The electromagnetic pulses of Earth, the frequencies, the vibrations that we receive from Earth, and there actually isn't one, they're a family of frequencies, but we are really dependent on those for our health and well-being as beings of Earth who live here on the planet, as are all beings on Earth. And so this idea that we should be able to just condense this music, take away the higher frequencies, take away the lowest frequencies, and that's all okay because our brains will just kind of fill in that missing information, isn't a great idea, right? So the listening program and other programs like it use the entire range of frequencies that we can hear as human beings, and our hearing in our ears is actually pretty limited. So if you're listening to live music, you are listening to this whole range. Every instrument that's playing, every voice that's singing is singing on a, might be playing or singing a certain pitch, but it also contains undertones and overtones. So we are getting this rich sonic bath when we listen to live music. And people who have trained their ears, trained their brains to perceive these can really tell the difference between MP3 format and something that is more full format. So there are other formats that you can get your music in. AIFF for Apple is called a lossless format, or WAV or WAVE in Microsoft or Windows formats. Those formats have a lot more information. They still don't have as much as live music. They don't have as much as the old vinyl records either. This is why there's such a movement to go back to vinyl for a lot of people, because the sound is so much richer. So CDs are better. CDs have more sonic information, more frequencies in them. I would really encourage you to stop just listening to MP3 formats. Make sure that you do hear some live music every now and then, but not so loud that it's going to damage your hearing, which is a really unfortunate thing about a lot of music in concerts. So symphonies, of course, are not amplified, so they're not going to damage your hearing. But even using your own voice, this is one of the things that I work with clients on, is our own voice is our own sound healer. Our voices contain multiple frequencies all the time. And Dr. Tomatis was famous for going around humming all the time because he really felt that that was like nutrition for our brain. Our own voice is like the best nutrition for our brain vibrationally. So also, if you are purchasing something that is supposed to be a sound healing meditation or sound healing experience, and you get offered an MP3, don't get it. don't buy it. It's not worth it. It's not going to have all of that sonic information in there. It just isn't. So be aware and try and use those lossless formats, the AIFF or the WAV more. You won't be able to fit as many songs on your device, but you're going to be healthier. Your brain will thank you. This music can actually really wake up and energize our brains. So very low frequencies like cello music are calming and soothing. Lower frequencies also help our inner ear, the vestibule, which helps with our balance and our coordination. So low frequencies, another reason why I don't want you to raise your frequency or raise your vibration. We need those low frequencies for our health from earth and for our inner ear to work properly for our balance and coordination. So the very high frequencies then, which are missing from the MP3, also really help to stimulate creativity. So if you want to get up, listen to something that has more high frequencies and faster tempos. If you want to calm down, listen to things that have lower frequencies and slower tempos. But if you can, I know it's more plastic, so buying a CD might not be the best thing when you can have digital, but there are these lossless digital formats. So give your brain some nutrition. Give your energy fields some nutrition, because the full vibration from live music has just this wonderful complexity that our brains love and our energy fields love, because it helps to shake stuff out of our energy fields. So try it out and see what differences you can notice. And I am still running my special on energy field tunings. I'll work with you tuning your energy field for an hour and a half. And the special right now is just $50 an hour, which is about half price. So if you would like to investigate a tuning with me, leaving me a comment below, message me, or I will put a link to my online calendar in the comments. See you next time.